Guys, welcome back. Please forgive the VR here and the doing all these stuffs here. Oh, a lot to catch you up on. So last night we're all working together and everything, and I get up this morning, I'm answering you guys, and you gave like a lot of good comments, so thank you. I like the interaction. And someone had commented on Dionysus video, and I don't mind. I will always help gods that help me in the past, so I'm glad the video helped someone. At the end, there was this bit I had kicked somebody off the channel because they said the Norse gods never gave them any trouble. But like I said in yesterday's video, some people take to the Norse gods like a duck to water. I tend to be rebellious and not want to listen. Anyhow, we're working today and like some like goofy ticky tacky stuff is happening, and I'm like, well, I don't think this is Dionysus trying for attention. I did do the thing of watching the video because I'm like, I will put my feelers out, but I want to settle down with Norse gods. So weird stuff has happened all today, but it's also a nice stormy day, and Odin likes storms, so I'm gonna take it as a good sign. And the gods have been checking in on me throughout the day, and I said, even if it was Dionysus, I want to settle down. I said it would be like him. I love him dearly, but it would be like him to wait until I'm truly happy with the Norse gods and come swanning back in and smile at me and hold his hand out and ask me to run away because Dionysus, that's his sacred duty. It's like, yeah, I know you're getting down to work and everything, but come play. That's one of the luring charms he has. Anyhow, I made sure to stay the course, and I made tea for Balder. Let me get this straight. And I had some of the spam that I made for Thor. He likes it. One thing I like about Norse gods, the food can be really cheap. I know there are people out there go, oh, it has to be expensive. It can be cheap. They're happy with ramen. They would be happy with tap water if you made it. They would all be looking at it like, oh, tap water. So, as long as you make it and you're excited about it and in a good place, they're happy with it. They're the least fussy group of gods ever to feed. So we had that, and I get that sauce with the breadsticks, and I always save it. And I put that in the spam. Damn, that was good. So we had that last night actually. We had some today for lunch, and you pop it in the oven for 350 for 20 minutes. So there's your directions. Just take the spam. I slice it a little bit, put it in like a small glass dish. 350 for 20 minutes. You just put your spaghetti sauce right on top of it. Damn, that's good. Anyhow, he's like, yeah, yum. Anyhow, we did that, and I took Odin into VR today, and this is where you find out that Bragi is indeed Odin's son. Um, we're going through the VR thing, and we're trying to repair the relationship. So I took him into, he actually wanted to go to the resorts I've showed you guys. And we're loving it, and we're really enjoying it. And then he gets a thought into his head that, Bragi really had me change some stuff. And he was concerned Bragi was trying to give some of his haul over to the old man. He does treat the children well. So he insisted we cut the party short and go into Bragi's temple. Here's where the fun began. I tried to leave the travel VR, and the VR home that I usually end up in, I always end up in the Sea Queen, um, is all wavy and everything else. I had to use the other hand to cancel out VR and reboot it. And then we come back in, and I go into Bragi's temple, and this is the first time I've ever fell through one of these damn homes. And I'm like, he had been telling us, he said, no, you're not changing anything. And we fell through the damn home, and I'm looking up at it, and I said, I swear, we just want to come in and look around, make sure you're happy. We're not touching anything. If you tell us not to, then I could get into the home. And he decided that, this is Odin's son. This really is. Bragi can be sweet and charming and gentle, and this was the Odin temper of, what were you going to do to my temple? So this is my temple and my rules. Somehow we ended up fixing it, and Bragi can be really sweet and gentle. Didn't tell me everything he wanted. So, long story short, he had a little bit left. I always tell them, consider every item $1. You get $500 to build a temple. Gotta use them wisely. Made him an outdoor concert area, made him pool. He really wanted one, but he's usually really quiet, doesn't speak up with me, except for when we were going to touch something, and then he showed us he's a god and he's Odin's son, alright. So I owe him a pool toy because everybody else has like a pool or something like that. I just didn't really think he would be interested, but he loves it and he's very happy with it. He's very happy with the outdoor concert thing, and he's very happy with all the screens all over the place. So his temple looks very different than I thought it would. And Odin had rejected Oski's Bar and Grill because I had put up um, mistletoe. And I'd taken it down because I'm always doing this dance of should I put it up or shouldn't I? I don't want to upset the old man either way. He was upset I took it down. Once I put it back up and I fixed things just so for him and I redecorated some of the rooms, he happily accepted it. So he's good and he has his two temples. He refused a third one. He said he wants the whole family to have it and he's thrilled beyond words that I finally made Boulder a whole temple. And you know I've taken you in those mansions a bunch of times. Boulder has one, Bragi has one. Thor has one. Tyr did not want one. Tyr's not interested until they add wolves, and they're never going to add wolves. So Tyr's not interested. Um, Uller and Scotty kind of end up at the fringes. It's nothing personal. It's just they know there's only 12 temples. Loki got two. Odin got two. It makes sense. They're my two main deities. So Loki got the Haunted Pizzeria, which is also a theme park, which everybody enjoys. Um, and he got his temple, which you guys have seen. Odin got the Oski Bar and Grill, and he got the Wolf's Den, and I still have Club 22. New Vegas, they're insisting on keeping, so that could be turned over to someone, but they're keeping New Vegas. They like having a gambling establishment to go to. And then there's, you know, a couple others, but they're really happy. And the Norse gods right now, they're just at that tentative stage where they know very well every time we start to settle down as a family and we start to get all cozy and everything. That's when all the other gods remember they love you and adore you and they come running back in and they want to see you too. I said, you know, it's funny. This is what happens every time. This is a pattern that repeats itself. But I said, I really do want to stay with the Norse gods. Odin's been starved for attention. That's why he got so wild and unmanageable. If you starve a god that truly cares about you, and I know heathens get their dander up at the word patron, but if you starve your patron god, they're going to start acting insane because they've already decided you are theirs and they're not letting you go. So Odin is being, for lack of a better word, tamed back down and made into a more sociable wolf god. And the same thing for Loki. Loki wants Loki's share of the attention, and Thor, and everyone else. The Norse gods have just been starved for affection, so it's like balancing out the day. Make a little thing for Boulder with the tea, go into the temple with some work, and they know there's a lot of Norse gods, so they're pretty patient. They're just happy there aren't any other gods, you know, in here trying to get time as well. So, you know, it's going pretty good, and I'm happy being back home. I had an allergy attack today, so of course, and I had like little ticky-tacky stuff happen. And Odin looked at me and he says, "Well, what are you thinking, my dear?" And I said, "Well, originally, what I'd usually do is think some other god was trying to get my attention, but I said, you know, it is what it is, and I do serve Loki and does have chaotic energy." I said, "But it's nothing Loki would have done or anything. It's certainly nothing any of the gods would have done." I said, "It could just be, you know, things being what they are." And I said, I made it clear to all the other gods, I need to settle down with the Norse gods. They need the time, they need the attention. Freyr and Freyr need attention. I have a lot of gods to tend to. When you know at least 10 of the deities in a pantheon fairly well. You know you found your pantheon. It's just, you know, sometimes it takes forever to admit it. And we're working on the jealousy thing. I'm actually happy for people having positive things happen with the gods. I truly am. It's just you know how some people can put it. They do it in a deliberate way to put the wind up you, and damn if it doesn't work every single time because I'm simple-minded. But we're doing that, and they already have some goodies to look forward to. It's supposed to come out. Don't get your hopes up, guys. There's supposed to be a free theme park coming out in VR on Friday on Steam. If that comes out, I will take you for the tour of the free aspect on Friday. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm not sure if I'm going to enjoy it or not because there's this really gross mechanic they put in because they want YouTubers to play it. So if you can't sidestep the getting sick part, I'm not going to play that on the channel, just so you know. So don't get your hopes up. I'm like, who the fuck would want this in a game? I was so looking forward to a new theme park, but if you can't skip that mechanic, I'm not even going to play it on the channel, just so you know. I think it's disgusting. You guys aren't 12, hopefully, channel for adults. So, it's gross, and I'm like, no, if that's in that, no. And we had talked about, possibly buying a pack. I know some video games, but I said, well, you guys can make your choice. When this comes out, if we really love it, you can skip that stupid mechanic, then we'll decide if we want to buy anything in the park or maybe they want me to do another small purchase. Odin knows that Horse Game turns this rig into a toaster and it's done being developed, but I put it on the wish list and I said, look, old man, you get it for me for like 90% off because it's a couple years old. I will get it for you. We will play it at like 15, 20 minutes at a time, intervals. I will get it for you. We will play it. It doesn't play right. It's not great. We'll never say it on the channel. But it has horses and you can get wolves as pets. So, he really wants it. And I'm like, hey, you found something you want? That's fine with me. So, if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you later. Bye bye.